Thank you very much to the witnesses. Now, I believe our chair has figured out how to get onto the meeting.
Yes, I believe so. Thank you, Ms. Rempel Garner.
Great. And so, Chair, I will pass it over to you on this International Women's Day, which seems apropos. And it will be Mr. McGuire.
Yes, thank you.
Chair, you
Someone
do
still
have
got
your
unmuted.
TV on in the background.
Yes, thank you. I'll straighten that out.
If you'd be brief in your remarks, that would be wonderful. Do you endorse your COVID vaccine as fully effective if the second dose is delayed up to 4 months?
All the research to date on our vaccine has been done with 2 doses that have a schedule of 21 days. The recommendation that's been put in place by NACI, as highlighted earlier in Canada, is the only one in the world which is recommending an extended dose delivery.
Thank you. I'll take that as a no. I'm looking at an article that was published in The Lancet by a group of researchers from the University of Nottingham at the end of February, and it's regarding your vaccine and particularly decisions related to extended dosing. This article argues that the clinical data as well as real-life observational data based on evidence from Israel did not support delaying the second dose of your vaccine past the recommended 3-week interval. Do you agree with this finding?
The data that we've seen from a real world evidence perspective that has been used to make arguments to extend the dose schedule has been done on much younger populations. The fact is we don't have any data after 2 months to know what the impact of one dose will be.
This article also states that, quote, suboptimal vaccination will create selective pressure facilitating the emergence of vaccine-resistant variants, which could result in a persisting pandemic. And this, of course, is in the context of a delayed dosing schedule. Has your company conducted any research, or would they agree with the finding that an incomplete vaccination or a significantly delayed dosing schedule could potentially lead to the creation of vaccine-resistant variants?
All of the research we're doing today on variants, and again, I'm happy to go into detail if you'd like on that subject, but all of our research to date is with patients that have received our dose 21 days apart from the 2 doses.
Did NACI consult your company prior to issuing its guidance to recommend delaying the second dose by 4 months?
I'm not aware if they have.
So they didn't contact you?
Not as far as I'm aware.
Oh, okay. I didn't expect that. That's frightening. Dr. Granvaux has suggested that the decision to delay the dosing by 4 months is based on assumptions and opinion and not data. In fact, Canada's chief science officer has characterized this decision as, I believe the word she used was human-based or population-based experiment, that it's a clinical trial without consent. Would you agree with that characterization?
I really believe that it's in Canadians' best interest to support whatever national program for vaccination has been determined by the government. But I do agree that differences between different health agencies, and I point to the product monograph that has been agreed to with Health Canada, which assigns a 21-day dose versus the NACI recommendation, which is now 4 months, creates concern, confusion, and potentially hesitancy from certain people within Canada.
Have you relayed these concerns to NACI?
We understand that it is we understand that it is other health professionals' authority to determine what the dose schedule is.
Okay. Were there any other requests for data or information for your company from NACI or any of the members of NACI prior to making this recommendation?
Yeah, I can't comment any further on that.
It's my understanding that another miracle is about to occur from your company. You guys are on top of vaccine boosters addressing potential variants. Impressive. Are you in negotiation with the Canadian government for contracts on any potential boosters for variants?
We've provided a status update on the development program that we're working on. And so we have had conversations about that, but we have not formally begun discussions on boosters as of yet.
Have any other country around the world begun conversations or have established contracts for boosters with Pfizer?
Canada is on par with the rest of the world in discussing the status of both boosters and variants as we continue to evaluate the situation that could be emerging in the future.